All right, so we should be live. Let's make sure we got the audio and everything going. We got the video up here. James Gunn introducing the new lineup for DC. We're just trying to make sure this audio is good. And it seems we are. All right, we are. So we are going to be discussing some of these new news right here from Mr. James Gunn himself, who has given us a new slate to look forward to. So let me just pull it up real quick right here. Let's see. We lost it right there. Alright, so we're just pulling up the video. Hope everybody's having a good day. We do want to talk about this. We're going to be discussing it a little bit more. So we got it right here. Let's just make sure we got it good to go and ready. Alright, so let me just bring out the video real quick. A lot of good stuff to talk about in this panel, right? Alright, so while we were waiting for more people to show up, we got the video up. And so let's just get into it. Let's watch the video and then we'll discuss it after and see what we get.
CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of
We know DC's been going through a lot.
Mine and Peter's is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DC.
We always thought that should have been the thing, right?
Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that
We've been waiting for The Flash.
Resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film.
Blue Beetle. I forgot about Blue Beetle coming out.
Marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So,
let's go.
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is
I like the design for this.
I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different in DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor.
That might be interesting.
As who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is the story of Amanda Waller, played by
We've been waiting for this, huh?
Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world. I can't wait for people to see. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Lives.
We've been waiting to see what was going to be with Superman.
I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next
2 years away from a Superman movie sounds crazy.
Television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in.
We've been waiting to see Green Lantern for so long. I'm glad it's going to be fleshed out in a DC TV universe.
With a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DC. Next is a big
Oh, that might be
movie
interesting to
called
theorize.
The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television
Gives me
series
voice
called
by The
Paradise
Boys.
Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace.
I remember hearing about this a long while ago and never got made, so I'm curious to see how they're going to make this one.
But with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island.
Oh, we
Damian
finally
Wayne
get a
is
Robin in
my
the
Grant Morrison.
DC
Great
universe.
comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DC.
There we
Next
go,
up is
Bat
a
Family
TV
coming
series
through.
called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future.
Been
Who
waiting for
uses
Booster Gold.
future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of
Should
my
be pretty
favorite
good.
comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a
Oh,
guy who was sent to
Supergirl
Earth,
film.
raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing. The
Swamp
last
Thing. We've been
we
needing
talk
Swamp
about
Thing.
a very dark horror story, the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me.
I'm good. I'm good with all these announcements for real.
With you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
All right, so that was the video right there. So let's get this off the screen right now. Yeah, so definitely, I think it's insane. It's crazy, right? All of these announcements that we just got. The DC universe has never looked better. I mean, I will say I enjoyed some of the DC stuff we got in the past, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. Let me turn this light because my other light died out. But overall, this is exciting. We have a Superman movie coming out in 2 years. We have the Batman 2 coming out as well, and we have another Batman, which is going to be interesting. These Elseworld stories, I wonder if they're just going to stop at a certain point or they're going to continue them. I think it's a good way to sort of expand on these characters that might not be expanded upon as much in this whole central universe. We did hear that the Hal Jordan and the like the whole thing with the Green Lanterns was going to expand on this whole like universe. So I'm putting up the Superman thing right here, so it's not just all blackness there. We're excited for this. I think that this is definitely going to be interesting. A Swamp Thing, I definitely am excited to hear that they want to make a horror movie out of it. I think Swamp Thing is such an interesting character in DC Universe. I think that that is one that everybody has been wondering what was going to happen ever since they announced they were doing a DC Universe back in the day. So I'm excited for that. I do think that a new Batman with Damian makes sense. I think Damian is a very interesting character that definitely is one to be seen. And I'm curious to see who's going to be playing Damian, right, once we get into that, because it definitely is going to be interesting to see a whole other Batman along Robert Pattinson. I'm not sure how many movies Matt Reeves is making for the Batman, but it's exciting to know that we are getting another like spin on the Batman. And Superman, I think, is going to be the biggest one that I think everybody's wondering who could play Superman for sure. Yes, Price. Very exciting news for sure. Also, May Ann, thank you for dropping in. Who could play Damian? Luis asks, and I think that's going to be a very difficult one for me because I'm wondering when exactly that will be released. We should be hearing some casting news by the end of the year. Let's see, Damian. Who could play Damian? Honestly, I'm not too sure. I will be making a video though, so I probably will have that out today. I'm gonna make a video on all of these news and talk more in depth about my thoughts and all of that. This was just my quick reaction to them all. But I will be talking about casting and all of that, as well as for the Batman, as well as for Superman, and also the other series here. But I'm excited. Super, super good news here. I'm just going to make sure that we didn't have other news that maybe we missed out on. So let me just go ahead and see right here if there was some other news. Because I heard something about Aquaman 3 as well coming on the way. So let me just double check here that we didn't miss news. But what do y'all think about all this news for DC and what's coming for sure? Very interesting for sure. So apparently the Waller series is going to be set between Peacemaker season 1 and 2, which is interesting. We heard that the Flash was going to reset everything as well. So I'm trying to read right here if we have any other news that we might have missed here. So apparently Aquaman 3 is happening. That's what they've been teasing. The Joker 2 and Batman 2 are part of the Elseworld stories, as well as Ta-Nehisi Coates is Black Superman. The Authority was one of the ones that I thought was very interesting for sure. And a Supergirl movie is something I was hoping we would see someday, and we're going to be seeing that, so I'm excited for that. So yeah, there is no talk about a release date yet for the Batman and the Damian movie. So we're definitely going to be discussing that in our video later today. Who could play Damian? That's going to be an interesting one because it's going to be a character. It has to be an actor. I think Damian's around like maybe a teenager's age, so that's definitely going to be interesting. And I wonder how old they want to have this Batman be and who the Batman could be as well. So very, very excited. So many great things coming from DC for sure. Like I said, I'm very excited for the Superman Legacies movie. There's something about James Gunn writing it that makes me excited about it. And I wonder who they will get to direct it. I wonder if James Gunn himself would direct it as well. But I feel like he is more busy behind the scenes and with the writing and all of that. As he said he was doing the Authority show, which sounds like a spin-off sort of The Boys as well. Not saying that came before or after. I'm just saying it just sounds like The Boys. These superheroes that try to do whatever they want just to do things right, you know. So overall, I was excited with this news, but I am more excited after this. We will be discussing all of these announcements, all of these projects in a more breakdown video coming out later today, and some of these might have their own video, like the Superman Legacies. We do want to have its own video, Batman Brave and the Bold, and the other ones will just be clunked together just because I think I'm not too versed on them. So definitely I'm excited. I cannot wait. Definitely was waiting to hear if we were going to get some casting or anything today, but it sounds like today is just like a little bit to ease people, like, hey, these are the projects that are coming out, casting will come later. 2025 is going to be huge, the Batman 2 and the new Superman movie. We don't know exactly when Brave and the Bold will come out, but I feel like that might have some room before it comes out, so to let the other Batman breathe, which is Robert Pattinson's Batman. Do we ever see these Elseworld stories make it into the main DC universe? I'm wondering that too, because he did say that a lot of the animation stories will come into be in the live action, so that's interesting to me to hear that. And that's something I was wondering with Marvel when they were doing What If and all of that, but we'll see. I do hope that we because I could see Robert Pattinson coming into the main DC universe. I can't see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker coming into the main DC universe, but I can see Robert Pattinson's Batman coming into the DC universe and playing the Batman in the Brave and the Bold. But you know, I'm not too sure if that's exactly what they're going to be doing. But I could see that. I could see that. Superman. I don't know. There was a rumor with Jacob Elordi apparently playing him. I made a video about it a while ago when it was out. But James Gunn has said that nobody has been cast for Superman. But I feel like we would probably hear sometime in the summer about that. Because if it's coming out in 2025, that means they got to start shooting sometime at the end of this year or early next year in order to get it all done. So we could probably be hearing about casting sometime in June or July, I feel. So super excited for that, and I feel like that would definitely be a time to get a casting like announcement, especially like if it's about 2 years away. That would be a good time to make that. But I'm excited for that story. I cannot wait to see what they want to tell with that Superman. I feel like we've gotten so many interpretations of Superman over the years, and I'm excited to see a new one for sure. They did say they wanted to be younger, fresher, and all of that, so we'll see. But like I said, I'm excited for all this news. I will be making some videos on all of these projects that got announced. Like I said, some of them will get their own video. Some of them will be on a full like video just talking about the whole slate and the announcement, because it was a big one and I'm excited to see where we go. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions on it. What do you think? Are you excited for this or not? Was this the announcement you were hoping for? Some people were hoping to see some casting and all of that. I'm curious to see exactly how the Flash movie will reset everything, as we know that it's still coming out this year. A lot of drawbacks, pushbacks, but apparently it's been regarded as one of the best superhero movies of all time. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, and we will have all these videos out for you later today. So we're about to get to work on all of them, and I'll see you later. So stay safe, stay positive.